guys, welcome to Clockwork Noodles. Welcome back for another breakdown. This week we're breaking down episode 5 of Summertime Render. This was a very interesting episode. Are we about to have a massive Tacktop Destiny replay on us? I will talk about it when we get there. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We have a video going up in the next week, hopefully, which is the midway review. Everyone loves the midway review. Basically, we crown top 3 OP, top 3 ED, and current anime standing top 3. What are my current 3 anime of the season, halfway through the season? Is it the same for you guys? We are aiming to hit 1k of subscribers by the end of the year, so we can start doing things like live streams. That's going to be really, really fun. It would also probably mean that we could even do the midway reviews as a live stream. You guys can physically react to me as I do it, but I will have to see how I feel, because that's quite a brave thing. You guys could literally just hate on me as soon as I even open my mouth. I'm going to think about that one, but we are planning to do more, so we need more people to join the party, have more fun. Let's get going with episode 5, because episode 5 is the end of loop 4. Loop 4's been going on for a while. We end up diving into loop 5 by the end of it, but a lot happens this week. Initially, it looked like the Shadow Mio couldn't die, so she literally takes a direct hit to the head, but she comes back a second time, and that is when we finally see her vanish. It seems to be that gun does have the ability to kill the shadows. I'd like some more information on that, because that seems a bit weird. Otherwise, wouldn't everybody just be using bullets on them? Would be interesting to get a bit more information, but it is possible to defeat the shadows. Properly introduced to Nagamo Ryunosuke. I'm gonna have an issue with saying this one, so I might just call her Ryu, if that is okay with you guys. So Ryu knows Shunpei, and she calls him Ajiro. I don't think until this point we've heard the first name. So Shunpei is the name and Ajiro is the first bit. I know it's backwards in Japan. That's the first time we've had the family name given, I presume. It is a confirmation. I did actually say at one point that I figured these two were both looping. I think they are both looping, and I think Ryu is actually working with Shunpei. I know this is weird and I can't figure out how it works and how it fits yet, but I figure she has been working to go and find him and save him, because she says, I finally got here, I'm sorry I'm late, I saved you though. At some point he'd asked for it, and there was a point in the first loop where she was talking to somebody on the phone. Maybe it was a recording or something, but I just get the feeling these two know each other, and these two have known each other from further beyond this loop, and I think it's going to be important, because the second word comes up is, she says, I've never had it, I've come here to eat it again, and I don't know why, because that was the name of the app or a book or something on his phone. So there's something going on there. Ushio was confirmed this week as a shadow, but she's not like other shadows. She seems to not realise that she is a shadow, and she doesn't want to be like them. She seems to be a rogue shadow, so a shadow gone rogue. She's not one of the pack. She's trying to help. It's just sad, because I really would have liked the Ushio isn't a shadow route, because in my mind it seems like Ushio is dead and we can't bring her back, and that's kind of sucky, because this week's episode does seem to confirm we can't go forward in time, so we can't push the start date forward, but the dates are getting later unless we can figure that out a little bit later. This is a 25 episode anime. We are literally only in the first quarter. The first quarter of this anime has been given. Anything can happen. Things are changing rapidly. I have got these slight worries that this could be turned on its head and it's going to go bad and it's not going to be enjoyable and I'm going to hate the ending, but I'm going to stick with it. I don't want it to be another repeat of Platinum End where I dumped it on the channel. I actually hate abandoning titles on the channel. You guys know that. I'm going to try and stick with this one, because it could just be a little worry right now that I'm worrying about things that could be answered a bit later down the line. Shunpei has told Ryu that he's going to save everyone. It seems to be not the first time Ryu has heard these words. That's why she's like, can you really save everybody? Which does confirm to me that there might have been more loops than we're actually being let in on. Initially, when Shunpei goes and counts the loops, he only counts 3. We now cover up what we know about the shadows. The shadows' goal is to bring back the mother. The bad end, we actually see the bad end. This is what we're trying to prevent. Everybody dies. So it's not just a few people die. Everybody on the island basically dies. I don't know if this goes further afield and the whole world dies, but it isn't looking good. We have a shadow boss, which seems to be a parent. The parent seems to be both male and female, has the ability to do both. I'm told that the eye in Shunpei's head isn't Ushio's, it's actually the eye of the mother. Interesting. And this is probably where my worries started to play up, because of the route we start to go down. Eye has the ability to control time. Whether it's going to expand past just looping one day and he's actually going to be able to use that power to start doing more and really switch the plot around and really go crazy with it, that could be fun. He could go back maybe even a year or something. We'll see how that goes. But Ushio is confirmed as a shadow. A few things start to make sense when it is said that she isn't acting on their side. She's called a traitor because as a shadow, you're one of us, but you're actually sabotaging the plan to bring back the mother. The shadow boss seems to be omnipotent and has the ability to know that Shinpei is a hero who has to keep dying and over again. And there's this mention of 2D, 3D things, and like there's a lot of references to games in this as well. And I don't want them to do the game route. Please don't make it he's inside a game or something, because I don't think I'm going to be interested in a route like that. But we do get a lot of references to games this week. The shadow boss seemingly getting more and more power. We're having this rebirth of a deity. I think she's a deity, perhaps the mother. Whether it is the goddess they were talking about or the god they were talking about earlier in the anime when they were discussing the shrine festival, the reason like the festival's been called, I don't think it's the same deity. It could be. Somehow we know that Shin has got her right eye. I don't know how that is possible. But things get really weird, and this is where my worries start to come up. This is where it gets weird. We've got this weird deity. Everybody suddenly gets consumed, and the island gets consumed. Everybody dies. I don't know what their initial plan is once everybody on the island is dead. What is your actual overall plan? Have you got a plot? The deity's name is Hane. Hane is recognized by Ryu. Ryu actually recognizes her. Doesn't state anything more, but very interesting to wonder what the relationship is to each other. Ryu does keep mentioning the word sister. Where I started to get a little bit more frustrated is perhaps maybe this scene. This is the scene which is perhaps the reason why I started to panic that we were going to have another Tactop Destiny on our hands. Both Ryu and Shinpei are left alive. The shadow literally stands there letting them have a great conversation about if I die, I can go back and fix things. He literally just stands there as Shinpei is asking to be shot to reset everything. You're just allowing them? You're just sat there? You don't want to get rid of them? Because eventually we do see Ryu die and get consumed, but you're just going to stand there and let them talk to each other and reset things. Gives Shinpei the opportunity, even by a small margin, to fix things, get in the way of your plot, stop things from happening. You're literally that close to having whatever goal you're trying to achieve happen, but you're just standing there letting it happen. I wasn't best impressed with this week's episode. I'm still interested. I'm going to watch it, like I said, with you guys, but this week's episode was the one where I started to go, okay, I'll go with it for now. We are now on a new loop. We do also get to witness the end of loop 4, and it's just bad. It's bad end. Everybody dies. Hane deity locks eyes with Shinpei at the end. Exposition Ushio does come along and confirms that everybody dies in this one round, that there is a time limit on the powers, or there's a time limit on the usage, whether he can only go back a certain amount of times, whether you only can do these loops 25 times. To be fair, that makes sense. If the time's gonna get later as you come back into this day, eventually you're going to run out of time and you're going to be slap bang onto the end. So that does make sense that there's a time limit. This time start with Mio and Shinpei already chatting. Shinpei this time has actually saved her from the water, so he is soggy. Confirms that if he does a change in a certain loop and it starts further back, it goes by the loop that has just happened. It does seem that it may be impossible to save Ushio, and that makes me sad. I don't know why. That you've got a character on the front, which seems very, very important, but if she's going to play the role of a dead voice or a narrator who pushes along, I don't know why. I just feel like the anime is really heavily trying to push Shin and Mio together. At the moment, I don't think I'm shipping it. I'm not shipping it right now, but I mean, I could change my mind. Feels like you're forcing me a little bit heavy-handed. We'll see where we go. So this was an episode where I was a little bit more hit and miss, but it's mainly just I'm worried because we've had a lot of things on this channel, like Tactop Destiny, where they start amazing and then the ending goes bad. Sadly, I even had to put Sabuka Bisco in there as well, where it went so well up until the last 3 episodes and then it fell apart. I'm just a little bit worried, maybe a little bit jumpy, guys. Maybe I'm just getting over some trauma right now. That anime can sometimes hurt me. We'll see where we go. I really hope this anime can get past these little crinkles, and it's not going to be that way. I'm hoping there's actually a very big overarching plot and things can be rectified. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I mean, I'm happy with bad endings as well, but I don't know, maybe I'm feeling that something this bad where the end of the world is on the table as well. I feel like a happy ending could be quite nice, but we'll see how we go. I hope you guys are having a good week, a good weekend coming your way. Next week's episodes will be delayed because I am at MCM Comic Con London. So if you are in the area, I am performing on Saturday on the stage. Come along and cheer because I feel like I'm going to need as much cheering as possible. But the episodes are going to be delayed. I'm hoping to have at least Summertime Render out on the Monday. So we'll see how we go, but we'll see how tired I am from the 4 days of con. But I hope you guys are having a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.